Hi loves, it's Lacey and welcome to our space. So today I am participating in a collab called Thrifted Thursday. It is a collab where the creators ask you to go out to thrift stores, garage sales, flea markets, anywhere that you can get secondhand items for DIYs. It is hosted by some very talented creators, Joanna's DIY Life, and joining her, we have Sabrina from Sabrina's Craft Nanigans, and this month, their guest host is my girlfriend Cheryl from Home Ridge Studio. I will have all of their channels linked down in my description down below. Make sure you go by and tell them I sent you and show them some love. So on to DIY number 1. I have here this, what I'm going to call a vase. It is made completely out of wax and these beautiful like little inlays that are inside of the wax. Most of the time they come with a candle and they're pretty thick around the edge, and I paid $1.99 for this one. I also have, this came from Party City originally, a little candy dish. I have here from Joann Fabrics when they went out of business, or actually I bought these before they went out of business, some dried flowers. I have some other butterflies from Dollar Tree. These here, spoiler alert, I don't use those. I use some other ones that you'll see later. I have some paint. I have some white and some Tuscan red apple barrel, and I am going to be painting the base of this. I mixed in the Tuscan red and 1 drop of white, and then I'm going to be also adding in a whole bunch of this spice carrot. I'm trying to make like a rusty orange color, and I'm going to be painting the bottom of this candy dish. Now, Party City has already gone out of business, but I found this candy dish and I think I paid $4.99 or $5.99 for it at Party City. This was from my stash, but they do have it on Amazon. So if you're looking for it, I will have it linked below. And I only painted around the edge and not the actual bottom. So now we're going to take our candle holder, and I have these die cut butterflies that came from Dollar Tree. I see these at some Dollar Trees now and then. I have the orange pack and I absolutely love them. And I took out some of the smallest ones that they had, and I am going to be adding them onto my vase. I'm going to call it a vase. And what I'm doing is taking my Ryobi, their hobby heat gun, and all I'm doing is using it on the lowest setting. They have a low and a high setting on this. I love this heat gun. And I'm slowly melting the wax just a little. This is thick enough to take it. It will not go all the way through. And I'm then pressing the butterflies into the melted wax. It's just a little melted. You don't have to melt it a lot. And remember, I have long nails and I'm used to this. Be careful. Use a spatula or finger protectors and just press the paper butterflies in. As you can see, I have only the paper ones and then a couple of little plastic ones. I don't use the plastic ones for this method. Then I'm taking some of the dried flowers because of the color. I love them. I was going to do the stems with them, but I cut them off the stems. And I'm taking my Ryobi Big Bad Boy glue gun. It's a high heat glue gun, and I'm just putting the nozzles in. I'm not squeezing the trigger. Hot glue and wax don't always mix well, and there's no need for me to put hot glue in with it because it melts it into a little puddle, and then I can just place them in. And I'm doing them in odd number groups. These all either have 3 or they have 5 in the little groups, just to add some more color to this and to see if it'll work. And I actually love it, and I think it worked out really well. So I do that to both sides. And then after, oh, and I wanted to show you how, like, if you're not careful and you lean it over, I knocked them out because I was leaning on them, even though it had hardened. So be really careful when you're doing that. Like I said, I did it to both sides. Now I've put about 2.5, and I say 1/2 because the first coat was quite thick and then the second coat was quite thick, and I left the bottom open, as you can see, just in case I want to illuminate something from the bottom of this. And actually if you're supposed to have it as a candy dish, so it's flipped over, of course, but I put about 2.5 coats of that paint on there, and I darkened the last coat so it looks a little like wood, and I really love that. Now here I'm showing you I have these beautiful leaves. They came from Hobby Lobby a long time ago. I bought like 3 bushes of them. That's one whole bush. And I have used them before. So I'm taking some leftover from another of the bush of one of the stems. And I'm going to just glue it here at the bottom of this to be on the front. That was my idea to start with. And I do show you it with the leaves on the bottom. But by the end, I'm done with this. I do take them off. So here's what it looks like. And sorry, it's like a little crazy tilted. I guess my tripod got moved. I have a puck light here, and I will show you what these look like in a little bit, but they change colors. And at the end, you can set it for it to change colors on its own. I also have these little branches that came in something that I had. I just had them in my stash. And I thought those would look good in here. So I spread out some of the leaves on one of my leftover bushes. And then I put in also these beautiful flowers. They look like peonies to me. They are fall. And I got them last year at the end of season at Hobby Lobby. I also found these other like mums, and I got those at Joann Fabrics. And I just filled them in and bent the branches around. And it's kind of whimsical looking. And this is the finished product. I absolutely love it. You guys know I say I'm extra, so I always do a little too much. The leaves that were on the bottom, I thought those were a little too much. The little white flowers here, they came from Dollar Tree, and I thought the coloring was perfect. And the mums ones, they came from Joann's. Too bad Joann's isn't here because I used to love to get their little stems. And I just think this illuminates really nice, and I love it. You can see I took the leaves at the bottom off, and I think it looks better. And I know it looks a little wild, but I like my things to be chaotic and whimsical. So this is it. This is the final product. And now we're on to DIY number 2. For DIY number 2, this is going to be the easiest DIY I think I've ever done on my channel. I have this pendant globe that I rescued from my sister Jill's Goodwill box. She said I could have it, and I absolutely love it. Wait until you see it. I didn't realize that it was as mirrored as it is, but I also have some stems from Joann's and this stem from Hobby Lobby. Both of these are from last year, end of season. They always have a lot left over, so I got them on clearance. I also have these leaves from a Hobby Lobby garland. I think it's called a red maple garland. I have 2 or 3 of those, and so I take leaves off of them periodically. And then these are all just from loose stuff from my stash. I also have this really thick wire that matches this pendant globe, and it came from a dollar store here in Michigan called Debbie's Dollar Store that my girlfriend Cheryl actually took me to. And I have that same puck light. They come in a set of 6 here. They are battery operated. They have a remote control. You can set them on a timer, and they have the function to run through multiple colors of lighting, one of them which is orange at the end. So I love these. They are from Amazon, and I will also link them down below if you want to check those out. So we are going to start off with these picks. I'm going to start off with the one from Hobby Lobby, and all I'm going to do is bend the stem down because there's a hole in the top of this. And then I'm going to set it in there, and I'm not going to glue it down at all. I'm going to do the same thing with the one from Joann's. I didn't even take the tags off because I'm going to take this apart when I'm done with it. The globe is really cool, and you'll see exactly why I'm using this in a little bit. But my granddaughters love it, and I'm going to be able to take this apart and use it for something else and then put it back together when fall comes around next year too. So any glue that I use, like I just used a little bit of hot glue, I glued that particular leaf to one of the picks because some of these little balls, you know, they're styrofoam, they look bad. So I put a leaf over part of them. And then these other leaves, I'm just wrapping them around the other pick parts so they'll just stay on there. This isn't something that's going to get moved around a lot. If yours is going to be moved around a lot, you can glue to any globe or orb that you do. But this is so simple. Anyone can do this. You can just place everything right in the hole. It's all personal preference. I added in a couple of acorns just to help camouflage. But next, I am going to be using this silver wire. Now, this wire, I think it's more like a chrome. I'm using it because it matches so well with the actual pendant. And I'm going to be taking it and making it into a stem for the pumpkin. I'm going to do mine really loosely. I'm not even going to cut it until I am ready to use it. I'm going to shape it around sort of like an upside down ice cream cone with a curve to it, if that makes sense. So I'm just doing it all by eye. I'm not trying to be perfect about it. And I'm going to make sure that the loops at the very top here are wider, and then I'm going to go down like the shape of an ice cream cone, and I'm actually going to curve it to one side. You guys have seen what all the different pumpkin stems look like. You could do them closer together, or you can do them like this, or you can even like stack them right on top of each other so it looks more like a covered stem. You can make this out of clay, you can make it out of rope, whatever. You don't even have to put a stem on it, but I had this and I thought it would be a cute idea. I'm just testing to make sure it's the length that I want, and when I get through here, I'm going to cut it a little extra long just to make sure I have enough and I like how it looks. And then I'm going to set it inside the pumpkin, the actual bottom one inside the pumpkin, and just turn it around to make it fit. I also, because it is super thick wire, I'm going to take and put a dot of hot glue on the edge, just in case it's sharp, or I have some little wire extra chip part that comes out of it. And then I'm going to remove some of that hot glue just to get those extra shards off. And I'm done with this. It's going to be really cool. Like I said, I'm not gluing it to anything. I'm putting the end inside of the pumpkin and then turning it around and around so it'll be secured inside. That whole bottom section is going to be inside. And then I'm just going to shape it the way I want. And here's what it looks like. As you can see, it looks like little pinpoints coming out of you because there's tiny dots of different colors all around the inside of this globe. And since I have it on a specific color on the puck light, it'll light up that color. And it is very bright outside, so it also shows a little mirror to it. But I love it. And now here I have the remote and I can change the colors with the remote control. Or you can have a setting on there where it'll just change automatically. This is why my granddaughters love this globe. And this is why I didn't want to glue everything to it, because we can use it for parties and stuff and outdoors in our gazebo and everything when it's not fall. And the leaves and everything show up so nicely. Now, right here, this looks red because I have red leaves and stuff, but it's actually glowing orange. And so I really think it was a great idea to make a pumpkin out of it. What do you guys think? I have some black foam board by it because since it's so bright outside, it was reflecting weird colors. But comment down below, which one of these do you like the most? I love this one because it's more elegant, I think. It'll go with my decor a whole lot more. But I wanted to show you with this one what you can do when you find unique pieces at the thrift store. I mean, the wax one is unique too. I've seen those before without the inlays, but this one is truly a unique piece. And I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and I think this turned out really cute. I think it'll look really cool if you use colors that are more in whatever lighting that you have too. So that is it for this video. I want to thank Joanna, Sabrina, and Cheryl from Home Rich Studio so much for including me in this collab. I am going to be linking their channels down below in my description along with the playlist. Please go by and show all of them some love. I cannot wait to see what they are doing for this collab. And I'd like to apologize to all three of them because my video will not be up until Friday, but I guarantee that I will be back right after with another video for you guys too. So I will catch you in the next one. Bye, loves.